All right. More of day in the life of what we eat. This morning, kids want pancakes. So I'm going to make some random pancakes with zero recipe. We're going to see how it comes out. Ingredients are going to be a little bit of oatmeal, a little bit of almond flour, fiber, protein powder, a little bit of milk, plain Greek yogurt. Need more things. I'm gonna need eggs. I need baking soda. Looks like this is running a little bit dry. So we're gonna blend all this up, cook some pancakes, see what happens. So I don't get too crazy. Serving sizes. When I'm doing this, I make a big batch. Then what's left over is like breakfast for the week or little snacks in the morning for the kids for the week. Now, in regards to Claire, oats is something that we don't do very often. It's one of the carbohydrates that can be had with Crohn's in very much moderation, but the occasional pancake is not something we're too stressed about. This is not every day, and she's doing really well. So doing some oats with pancakes, not the end of the world. Right. So I threw a cup of that in there, a cup of oats, and add half cup almond flour. All right. Now we're going to add a little bit of fiber. Never put Brazil seeds in before, but fiber can't hurt. So put a tablespoon of Brazil seeds in there. Adding fiber to basically anything is going to help it be a healthier option. So put 1 tablespoon of that in there. We'll throw 2 tablespoons of flax seeds in here. You got to remember, this is a big batch. Macros on this, no idea. Not going to figure it out, and don't really care. It's all healthy ingredients for the kids. May or may not eat it all today. We'll see. So we are going to watch this. This is how we're going to measure this out. I've had good luck adding Greek yogurt to pancakes. Makes them a little heavier, a little denser. So we're just going to scoop a whole bunch of this in here. All right, a whole bunch. About half this jug. And then never let yogurt go to waste. Ever. 1. This is my favorite brand. I think it tastes the best, but it is, they're proud of it. So never let any go to waste. Always eat it up. And we need some baking soda. Not much left. So we're going to measure this out like that. Right in. Right in, just like that. And then we need to add, because it never hurts to have extra protein in anything. And this adds a little vanilla flavor to it. Again, something that we don't do a ton of, but when we do pancakes, we're going to make them protein pancakes. We're going 2 scoops. There's an extra 54 grams, 56 grams of protein right there. Then we got eggs. We need to add some eggs to this. We're going to throw 3 eggs in here. These little pieces of gold right now. Chickens have been killing the game lately. So we're going to add 1. Why do you add eggs? Well, from my culinary skills, eggs, beyond protein, bind things together. And make sure these pancakes aren't just a mushy blob. I'm feeling generous today. We're going to go 4 eggs. Now I'm putting all this stuff in the Vitamix. I forgot to do is turn the heat on. I got egg yolk all over my hands. All right, so 4 eggs. Now we got to blend this stuff up. So milk. Add enough milk to get the consistency right. So first off, put the lid on. Be very sad if you don't put the lid on. Come over here, and then we start mixing. Start mixing. And we're going to add milk so we get the consistency. So, first thing we got to do, now that that's blended, is heat up the skillet. Should have already had this hot. So, we got to make a test pancake. Because if I have to add anything, change anything, then we need to do it before we keep cooking a whole bunch of them. So as soon as this thing gets hot, which it gets hot pretty quick, we will see if we need to make any adjustments. By adjustments, if they're too runny, we can add a little bit more flour or oats to it to thicken it up. But lots of times it seems runny and they cook just fine. So you can also make this with cottage cheese. Last week we had extra cottage cheese and I made cottage cheese pancakes. They turned out pretty good. You can make this without oats. The ones without any almond flour, any sort of flour in it, they're really dense and you have to use a lot of cottage cheese, for instance. I've never made them with just Greek yogurt. I've done it with just cottage cheese, protein powder, eggs, baking soda. Very dense. Tastes pretty good. Kids ate them. That's what matters. So this thing's hot. All right. So let's pour on a tester. Let's see if we can get this to adjust. Now this thing is following me around. Oh, bring my face down here and then you see it. There it is. There's our test pancake right there. It's gonna follow me back up. See, I got this thing to follow me now, so that's pretty cool. You may be thinking that I'm not wearing a shirt to show off my pasty white body. The reality is it's 76 degrees in my house right now because the fireplace heats up the living room and kitchen like none other. And yeah, it is what it is. That this looks like it's gonna bubble up nice. This is gonna work. This is gonna work. Whew. Yeah, all my culinary cooking skills over the last couple years. You can make stuff with basic stuff. We don't use. There's just a couple brands out there. Can't even remember them. There's Kodiak cakes. There is paleo ones, keto ones. Can't remember the name of the one brand. Very popular. Reason we don't use any of those is because they're full of crap. Um, Anytime everything is repackaged in a box, there is some sort of additive that is pretty much a no-go. So typically it's like some sort of lectin, some sort of emulsifier. It's stuffed in there to keep it shelf stable and sit on the shelf forever. And the more you can limit those, especially if your child has IBD, and if you're just trying to optimize your gut health, it's good to avoid those things. It's good to avoid them, and there's no reason to have them. Making these from these ingredients, and there are no additives put into this thing. It's really simple. It's really, really simple. And the more you try to make it complex, the worse it is for you, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, we try to get rid of all the additives. So we don't use any of those easy to go pancake mixes really ever. We used to. Before everything happened with Claire, we used to use those things, thinking it's a healthier option. And then you get into everything that's added to our food, and you find out basically everything in a grocery store is crap. Absolute crap. So, pancakes ready for the flip. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that right there. Golden brown, puffy. So it's my understanding that the baking soda adds a little bit of the fluff to it. Could be totally wrong. Again, my culinary skills are fully on display right now in my knowledge, but the reality is you cook with simple stuff, you just keep things simple. It ain't rocket science. As much as people want to make it sound like nutrition and everything's rocket science, it's really not. It's rocket science to create all the artificial shit that is in our food. That's where the rocket science comes in. If you get back to basics, then you don't need rocket science anymore. You just need basic ingredients, right? That's all you need. So, one thing I try to pride myself on is keeping the kitchen somewhat clean while cooking. Try to anyway. Try to. So these look like they're going to turn out pretty darn good. Have to get kids' approval. So I am going to cook the rest of these up, and then we'll be back with kids' approval later. But for your pancake, didn't fall apart. It's like a normal pancake. So I personally think it tastes pretty good. There will be a taste bud learning curve going to simple, healthy ingredients from store-bought box crap. But I like it. It's good. It's a keeper. We'll get the response from the kids as soon as I'm done cooking all this. All right? We'll be back. All right. Back with another little clip here. This is how I typically eat breakfast while I cook on the weekends. If we're making pancakes, I am taking the pancake. I'm going to put some butter on it. Just like that. And I'm going to eat this while I cook. I don't use maple syrup. Not a huge fan of it. It's loaded with sugar. Yes, I let the kids have some maple syrup. When we do have pancakes, they get a measured amount. Even though it's from nature, it's still loaded with sugar, something to be mindful of. For me, it's not something I'm too keen on. It's too sweet for me. I would rather have the protein and fats. Tastes great. Love it. If I was making some bacon, I'd wrap this thing up in that too. But I don't have any bacon. Not going to get any. So today, protein pancakes. That's what we're eating. Right. Let's take another little clip here. That's hot. So let me come down. So one trick to getting your kids to eat healthy food is to make sure the healthy food looks like the other thing, the unhealthy food. If you're trying to make pancakes that are healthy and they don't look like pancakes, got to give them the visual. So it's an important tip. All right, real quick, jumping in here. Let's talk about maple syrup. Apparently this is a healthy one. 2 tablespoons, 110 calories, 24 grams of sugar. Nothing else. Just 2 tablespoons, 110 calories, 24 grams of sugar. When was the last time you measured out 2 tablespoons of maple syrup? This is the kind of stuff you have to be very careful with. It can absolutely obliterate a calorie deficit and wreck your blood sugars. It's from nature. It's from maple trees. Doesn't mean you can just slam it in everything, whenever, whatever you want. So be very mindful when you're playing around with this stuff. Again, I don't eat any of it. I don't really like it. But let the kids have some of it. And it's on occasion. It's not daily. All right. Here we go. Moment of truth. All right, guys. What do we think?
I like it.
That was good? Huh?
Double thumbs up.
Double thumbs up? Are you lying just because we're on camera? Or do you actually like them?
I do.
What's up with your hair, bro? It's as crazy as dad's.
I washed it.
You washed it? That's good.
The wax is coming.
All right. Tastes good, Claire Bear?
Yeah.
All right. All right. Finishing up these pancakes. Claire ate almost 3 of them. Jackson's still working on them. I ended up eating 4 pancakes. I feel full, satisfied. That's the goal. To eat till you're satisfied but not stuffed. All right. So if you eat slow, chew your food, you end up getting fuller quicker than you think. Plus, these are super protein dense, very high in fiber, and just by the nature of that, it's going to fill you up quicker. So, Claire ate 3. Jackson's working on his still. It's a good breakfast. Now, I will say that the first time you make something like this for your kids, they might frown at you. They might not be into it. And I can say out of all their friends, they typically don't like our food when they come over. And it's very different from what most people are eating. My cousin's daughter is the first one to come over and spend the weekend with us that actually enjoyed all the food that we made. It takes time. It's not easy. When we first had to flip our diet and go down this road, it does take time to get buy-in. But I'm going to tell you all some simple, effective tips to do it. You don't give them a choice. They're not going to go hungry. So you make healthy food. They don't like it. They get what they get and they don't throw a fit. Over time, taste buds change. They do for all of us. And now, a year later, our kids eat all the same stuff we eat. And it's total house buy-in. Me, my wife, both kids, it's total buy-in. It's not like, hey, mom can eat this, dad can eat this, but Claire, you have to have this special thing. No, we're all on the same program. doing it together as a family. And that just simplifies it when everybody's doing it and when you don't have any other choice. So it's like you can have these much healthier versions of a pancake, or you can have some eggs, or you can have steak. It's like you're the parent, so make your kids eat healthy food. But it starts with you. If you're not eating healthy food, don't expect your kids to eat healthy food. All right? So that's the trick. You just kind of make them do it. And if they don't want it and throw a fit, then they don't get anything. And I guarantee you, at some point during the day, they're going to be like, dang, that tastes kind of good. I'd really like to have some more of that than be hungry. All right?